Hello everyone, just waiting for Marina to join. Right, I can see Marina now. Waiting for her request. Right, so we're just going to start in a minute. Oh, there we go. Just waiting for Marina to approve it and we will start. So hello Marina, hi.
Hi. Hello.
Nice to see you. So welcome everyone.
Nice to see you too.
Yes, you look fantastic.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So welcome everyone to our live stream on No Excuses, Yes Opportunities. And today I have my dearest friend Marina joining me today. So Marina is an extremely talented nail technician, a businesswoman, and an amazing mother as well. So I've been using Marina's services myself for over 2 years now, and it's something that I am missing at the moment since I left London recently. I do miss Marina's nail designs and everything. So
I miss you
today,
too.
yeah. So today we are going to talk about not about problems, rather opportunities that we see sort of in everyday life when it comes to our businesses as well, and how we, both me and Marina, managed to sort of transform our businesses in the last sort of year or two. And I think perhaps I'll start with my first question, Marina, if you don't mind.
All right, you can
Yeah.
start it.
Okay, perfect. So how did you initially sort of reacted to sort of the challenges that we all faced last year for obvious reasons with lockdown and everything? And how would you compare your sort of initial reaction to that to your current one?
So at first, I didn't took it like seriously. I was like, okay, lockdown. Okay, we're gonna rest. I just took it as advantage to just relax, to stay with my family, and I wasn't like serious. Wasn't like something serious for me. But now. When it's a lot of time and we need to stay home for a lot of time, and of course the last lockdown is a little bit brings me a little bit more stress, and now yeah, I start to think that I need to develop further, and what I did before is not enough for initial situation. And yeah, first I reacted like normally, and now to the lockdown I reacted really. I was angry. I was like, I want to work. I want to have my clients back. I want to see them all. I want to chat with people. And yeah, uh, the last lockdown for me is like a new opportunity to develop further, and yeah, this is it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, and I think a lot of people that are joining us today actually can relate to your story, with the with having a business or work, juggling work with homeschooling, with children, with your house sort of life as well. So it's quite a lot to take on. And I think a lot of people sort of use this. I mean, some people use lockdown as an excuse not to do something. Some actually people take up opportunities and try to develop themselves further. So I have another question for
Okay.
you. Perhaps I can do one, and then maybe you can start asking me some questions. So what value are you looking to deliver sort of in the next year or so? Because I heard obviously you are going to start doing online courses, like online workshops.
Yeah,
So yeah, what value are you looking to bring with these?
I'm working on it. Actually, it will be a lot of values. It all depends how my potential students will look at it, at what point and what perspective they think they will get from this. First of all, it's a knowledge, and knowledge is the most precious thing, yeah, that we can get. as humans, and I think this is a very big deal to invest in your knowledge, because it will brings you a lot of things in the future. Yeah. And this is the answer to my question. I'm gonna bring to my potential students knowledge.
Oh, that sounds great. No, sounds. I'm really looking forward. Actually, I'm going to join as well. So please let me know when you're doing it. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, hopefully at the start. Hopefully at the end of the February, I'll be able to launch it. I'm working on it now. It's in process, and yeah, I really hope that everything gonna go smooth. But never everything is going smooth. So I'm
Yes.
like, you know, I
Yes,
hope that
absolutely.
at the end of February everything will be okay.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. It's up to us, right? It's
Yeah, I'm trying
completely
my
up
best.
to us.
So the next questions will go from me, or how?
I
How would
think
you like?
maybe, yes, I think I've done two. Maybe you can ask me two, and then I'll ask you another two, and so on. I've got five questions. So far you've answered to two of them, so I've got three
Okay.
more. Yeah.
Okay. So what makes you open a business while working full time? Because I know you were working at the time you opened your business. And what was the hint? What makes you do this, the first step?
Yeah, that's actually a great question. So yeah, at the time when I opened BehindCanvas, which was in 2019, for those perhaps who don't know, I was working full time. So now I'm working part time, but before I was working 5 days. Yeah, so what normal people do, obviously, when they're doing full time job. So Monday to Friday, I was working, and then I was using weekends to deliver my workshops, to do business development and get out there. So I pretty much had no days off. So what sort of made me open a business? Well, since I remember myself, I always had that fixated idea that I want to be a boss, and this was just sort of like my ultimate dream. I had no clue which sector it will be in. I just wanted to have a business, but I had no clue what. Yeah, just didn't know at all. So, and I think after graduating, I realized that there isn't a dream job for me out there. My dream job is up to me to create it. So that was just my sort of personal inner feeling, which just came out, yeah, when I graduated. And I think my desire for freedom and not following someone else's sort of ideas, not promoting someone else's ideas, but my own, is quite important to me. So I really want to promote my own ideas rather than someone else's. So I think this desire is so strong inside of me that it just keeps me sort of going. Every time I feel like, no, I can't do it anymore, I stand up again, because my passion for freedom, financial freedom, is very strong. So I hope that
I
answers the
think
question.
it's great, because yeah, you are inspiring me
Oh,
because of
thank you.
that, because you want to be independent and you are not afraid to make first steps, because everybody are afraid to make first steps, and they basically don't know what to start with, and that's just, and
Yes,
yeah, the
absolutely.
next questions.
Yes,
Yeah, I
bring
have a
them
few
on.
right here. Yes, yeah, I did prepare a little bit.
Hmm.
So, how the pandemic affects your business, and what decision did you take to make it work further?
Yeah, so before lockdown, which was last year, March, right? Yeah, March 2020. It was that long ago now. I was doing live workshops. So I was delivering sort of workshops in different corporate spaces, co-working spaces, and so on. So I was doing a lot of live sessions with people, and also collaborating with CastArt to do workshops there. So everything was live, yeah, obviously. And when lockdown happened, I thought, well, what am I going to do next? Because I had no sort of online presence whatsoever. So I had a website, of course, but I didn't have an academy then. And when the lockdown happened, I thought, well, I can't just stop. it's just not going to work. You know, you have to find solutions and different strategies. If you want to have a successful business, it has to pass this crisis. I have to do something. So I thought, okay, I will start with Zoom. I had initial workshops that were supposed to be happening in April, live workshops, and I still had attendees for these workshops. So I offered them to do an online session instead. And this is how it all sort of came about. I started doing more and more online sessions, and I opened my academy later. So I'm here where I am now. I think in terms of how it's currently affecting me, the pandemic, I think it's mostly affecting my clients because they have less time to sort of to use to do my courses, yeah, because they're juggling work, homeschooling like yourself, Marina, so they don't have enough time to actually you know, go through my courses. However, I have started sort of shortening them a little bit and making sure that I can fit as much information as I can sort of within 2 hours, so they can actually learn to sketch within 2 hours rather than having to spend months and months, years like I had to learn it. So I think you sort of have to find ways around.
Yeah, I think you had the fastest reaction, yeah, to adapt to the coronavirus crisis. I don't know. I think you reacted really, really fast, and yeah, I admire you because of that. Because not everybody can do that. For example, myself, yeah, I react to all of this very, very slow, and that's bad for business. And I thought, you know, I was grateful only just now that I'm working at home because I don't have to pay rent, you know. No, no, I did react to all this pandemic very slowly. My online course is only due now, and I've started another a little microscopic, yeah, business on eBay. So I'm basically an eBay seller as well. But it happens just now, but I could have done it earlier, much earlier, like you, for example, you know. And yeah, this is very good quality to, I don't know, to adapt to the crisis, adapt to the situation, you know. And that's the thing, because in a business you had, so let's imagine that coronavirus doesn't exist at all. But in a business, there are crises, there are problems, there are issues all the time.
Absolutely.
You need to have that ability to adapt. And if you don't have this, you basically can go further. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the next
No, I completely agree with you.
Will be from you or from me?
I think from me. Sorry, I'm just accidentally pressing on different effects. I just had a pink hair. Yeah, maybe not this year. Maybe next year.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm a creative person, so I can do anything, I guess. I think, yeah, probably my question is next. Since our live stream is about sort of excuses and sort of creating opportunities out of them, right? We're not focusing on the problem, rather we're focusing on the opportunity that this problem or challenge can bring. So what would you say could be your excuses for not doing sort of your next step, which you're going to do next, and not developing your business further?
Oh, actually, there could be a lot of hundreds of excuses, and we're having them every day. Every person, I think, know what is this excuses, yeah. And I could have say, I don't know, I have a child, I need to take care of him, I have homeschooling, I don't know, I don't speak English good enough to go further, you know, to with people, to chat with people. What else can I say? That could be a million of excuses. Oh, I don't know how to use, I don't know. I started to sell on eBay, but I didn't know how to sell on eBay at all. So I could say, I don't know how to sell on eBay. I don't know how it works. This could be my excuse. And I could say, oh, okay, it will take all the responsibility from my shoulders. And I could say, I quit it, you know. Yeah. But yeah, we need to step our excuses, yeah, and to take them as opportunities, because there is a lot of things to learn from. There is internet, there is a lot of information waiting out there for us. The only
Yeah.
thing is just to seek it, you know, because who is seeking what they want, they will find it anyway.
Yes, absolutely. No, I think that's a great philosophy, and it's absolutely true. I really agree with you here. So I think the next question comes in now, and I think it's a quite interesting question for you as well. So where do you sort of dream in seeing your business in the next year or two or three? Where do you see it?
To be honest, this is not my best thing, because yeah, I like kind of dreaming, but I am criticize myself all the time, so I don't like to dream about, oh, my business next year will be like that, like that, like that. No, I don't really like this thing.
Mm,
I really see the power in not dreaming, but in doing something.
doing absolutely.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
not easy for me as well. This is really hard for me to push myself to do it, like, you know. And I know for sure that who is working, who is doing something, who is trying again and again and again, uh, there will always be a result. Maybe a little kind of result, maybe something bigger will happen, yeah, but there will be a result if you're doing something. So this is the answer. I don't
Absolutely.
like dreaming. I like pushing myself and
No, I
doing.
agree. I agree with you. And dreams change. And I have spoke about on Instagram before about this, especially to those who don't have a dream, and how do you sort of, begin to dream and start doing something is by action. If you don't do anything, you will have no dreams, right? Because you
Yeah,
suppress all of your dreams, all of your visualizations of your success, or whatever. So I think what brings me where I am now is actions. So I always for action first, everything else comes after. You have to try, and it's often that you have to do something that scares you the most, right, in order to get to
yeah,
the next step.
yeah,
So
for sure. Because
yeah,
I had a lot of starts, you know, and I catch myself that I was only dreaming about this. I had a lot of ideas, and good ideas, and I didn't realize them. Uh, I didn't realize them because it was all about just dreaming, you know, and I
yeah,
didn't do anything to make it real, to make it
make
like
it real. Yeah,
happen, you know.
yeah.
So
No,
that's what
absolutely.
I think.
Dream
Yeah,
and do.
good, but
Yeah.
I don't know, not for business.
Yes. No, absolutely. Yeah, business requires action, constant, continuous action. Otherwise, yeah, it's just not going to survive. So it's yeah, it's hard, but it's worth it, I think, right? So for
Yeah, it's
sure.
absolutely worth it. And if somebody think that, oh, having a okay, so we are having a business. I have a business, you have a business. Maybe it's a little business, but it's ours. We created.
Yes.
I don't know. It's ours. It's like our
Yes, it's
baby,
ours.
you know. And
Absolutely.
it was always a pleasure to work for it, even at night, even more hours per,
Yes.
you know. But
Yes.
it is a pleasure. It's not like working for somebody else, you know. It's a
No.
very different thing. But when you had it, yeah, you must be ready for more work, for more dedication,
Yes.
more actions, and so
Yes.
on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I'll leave my very last question to you at the end. It's going to be
Okay.
a very special question. I think perhaps maybe you can continue with yours, and we'll come back to my fifth question later.
Okay, I can continue with my. Okay, how did you fight your excuses and fears? Yeah.
Oh, that's quite interesting. There is a saying, I will do it tomorrow, right? A lot of people say, I'll start a diet tomorrow, or I'll start a business tomorrow, or I'll do this tomorrow, not today. For
I start
me, there is
wait
no
from
tomorrow.
Monday.
Yes, exactly. You start from Monday, oh, it's a weekend, I'll take a break. There is no break for me. There is no tomorrow. There is only now, here, and today. Obviously, of course, I sleep at night. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to be in sane mind. But yeah, but this is just something that I've noticed myself. I push myself a lot. Sometimes it's not too good, I must say. Sometimes I overwork and I sort of burn out. But for some reason, I sort of revitalize myself every time. So, like, refresh myself every time. So I think that, yeah, the fact that there is just no tomorrow for me, that's how I fight it. I just, whatever fears come my way, I do them now and here. So I think if
Can you give
that's
an example? For example, which
okay.
day,
So
no,
yeah. So for
what
instance,
were you afraid of?
what am I afraid of?
Yes.
Well, I'm always afraid that I will have no customers. Obviously, no one will be buying my courses. I think this is a fear of every single business
Yeah,
owner.
it is.
So you constantly have to look sort of for new channels to generate people and their interest. And hence, I'm trying to do something every day. You know, obviously, I'm using Instagram. It's a really good platform to do so. So I'm just trying to sort of get out there as much as possible. But I think, yeah, that is my biggest fear, that it will just fail. It will just not work out. 2 years down the bin, trash bin, and it will just, it's not going anywhere. And obviously, I have thoughts like this every now and then, but I'm trying to control them more
But
because
you're
obviously yes, yes, absolutely. So, but there are plenty of examples of things which I was scared of and I've done. So, for instance, doing, I don't know, online workshop without any prior experience whatsoever. I've done it. I've gone to Cast Art initially, which is an art supply store in the UK, sort of to collaborate. I thought they will just reject me. They'll say, no, we don't want to collaborate with you, nothing. But I went there, I took my sketches, I went there and I said, I want to do workshops here. Yeah. And I had no experience whatsoever. I was a 23, I think I was 23, yeah, 23-year-old girl, trying to get somewhere, start a business, had no clue how to do it. I just went there. I spoke with the manager and I said, I want to do workshops here. Is it possible? I thought she would say no, but she said, yes, it's possible. So you create opportunities for yourself. There wasn't a vacancy on a website saying, oh, all artists welcome, come in. No vacancy, nothing. I just took you know, my sketches and I went there. So you have to create these opportunities for yourself. If it's, for instance, you want to get a job, but there isn't a vacancy on a website, so what? You go on LinkedIn, you find your potential employer, you write to them directly. You don't wait for something to come to you. Never be scared to reach out to people, to message them, to ask them. I get rejections every day. So what? I get, 20 rejections. I get one, yes, I'm happy, So you just have to, yeah, you have to, I just probably getting very excited about it. But the more things like this you do, the more confident you become and less affected
yes.
you will be by all of these rejections that will come your way. It will just mean nothing to you because you've done it all. You've been there. So I think, yeah.
So just a quick reminder to people who are watching us now. Thank you very much for joining.
Yes.
And
Thank
I
you.
would say that if you fear doing something, just do it, like now, like tomorrow, like not tomorrow, better now, better today. But yeah, there is no a special way how to fight your fears. There is no magic wands
No
to make.
secret. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no secret. You just need to get through it. Yeah. You just, for example, me, yeah, I was afraid to go live for the first time in my life, actually on Instagram, but I did it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And this is how you fight your fears, by doing it. Yeah, by stepping through it. And yeah, this is the only way.
Absolutely. Yeah, there is no secret, people. Don't look for it in Google. Just get out there and do it. That's that's the, and that's not a secret. That's something that I'm sure everyone knows, but people are using excuses for not doing certain things. Oh, I'm not professional enough. Oh, I'm not young enough. Or I'm too old now. Or oh, I
Yeah.
have a family. Or, you know, nonsense, absolute nonsense. You know, if you want something, you do it. You know, and same when it comes to businesses as well. You can have one, you can have two, you can have three. So what? I'm no longer afraid to start from zero. You know, if something happens with BehindCanvas today, I'm sure I'll be able to build it up again, and I'm sure I'll be able to build another business up again. You know, you kind of build this sort of immunity, you know,
Yeah.
inside, that once you tried, you're no longer scared of anything, and you can do anything. So I think that's something that people forget most of the times.
Yeah, that's true, Stephanie. Yeah. So the next question going from me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this one is a long one, but it's
Okay.
interesting one. So what opportunities students can get by passing your online courses, and where they can achieve these skills?
Mm-hmm. So, in terms of achieving these skills, obviously you do so by passing my courses, because I teach how to sort of sketch interiors, you know, within a specific amount of time. For instance, it can be a 2 hour workshop, and you will learn how to, let's say, sketch all types of sofas within this 2 hours. Yeah. So, I obviously create my material so that it saves interior designers, professional interior designers, or interior design students, it doesn't matter, or sketching enthusiasts. I'm obviously helping them to save time on this. And I personally feel that I'm helping interior designers become more sort of multifaceted, more confident in their jobs. Because when you know how to sketch, you know, it's another way of visualizing ideas and presenting them, be it to your client, be it for your specific project, be it to yourself. Let's say you're sitting in your living room and you're thinking of something, of some interior space, and you want to visualize it on paper rather than open your laptop and try to do a 3D drawing or something. Yeah, obviously everything is good. The more skills you have as an interior designer, the better it is for you. So I think sketching is something that is not really taught nowadays in sort of universities. Perhaps there is some tutorials and so on, but it's not like a focus sort of point. But I can see that a lot of students that come to my courses benefit from that. Yeah, and I keep telling everyone, you don't need to have any prior art experience to do it. You know, that's why I'm here. I'm explaining a step-by-step process of how to do it. And again, another excuse that people use, oh, I'm not artist, oh, I can't draw. Oh, well, what can I say? You know, just get over it and come to the course. You know, you have to overcome this you know, idea that you're not good enough. Everyone feels that we're not good enough for something,
Yeah,
you
there is
know.
other excuse. Oh, for example, I can draw on my, for example, iPad, yeah. But why people usually are limited themselves, yeah, with just only one technique? If you want to be a professional, you need to
Mm,
be good at a lot of techniques. Yeah.
mm, yes.
So it's good to draw, to have that skill to be able to draw by hand uh,
Mm,
as well. I think this actually is the most important. It's like in a manicure, you if you want to be a nail technician, a nail artist, you have to have the basis. So you have to know how to do the classic manicure. So
mm,
with sketching, yeah, you this is the base. You need to know how to draw by hand. This is like, I don't know. This is the most important thing. What's the point
foundation.
if you can
I
draw
think
on
so
your
as well.
iPad if you can do it by hand? I don't know. Maybe sometimes you don't have that
Mm,
iPad with you or something like that. You need to be able like to catch your ideas or something like that.
mm. No, absolutely. And as I mentioned, it's about confidence, right? The more things you
Yeah,
tried, the more skills you
yeah.
know, you will just get
The more,
extremely confident,
yeah,
right? Yeah, and your professionalism will just flourish, and yeah, you're just able to deliver and visualize ideas in different ways. It's great. It's amazing, right? So,
Yeah,
and I'm actually learning how to sketch on iPad at the moment as well, and I'm struggling with it. And I can say, oh, I'm not going to do it because it's too difficult, but I have to because I want to, develop myself further as well. So I hope that perhaps in some time I'll be able to sort of teach interior designers how to sketch using iPad as well. So it's something that's
it's
in
not
my plan.
not easy to use iPad these days.
No.
I draw like the diagrams and all the stuff for
Mm.
course, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's much easier to draw it by hand, you know.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because you're in control, right? You've got all the tools in front of you. And an iPad,
Yeah,
everything is just digitalized, and there's just so many tools. You get really lost in this whole,
yeah, that's true.
um, yeah. So no, yeah,
So
that's
to be
absolutely.
honest, I really enjoyed your course,
Oh,
and yeah,
thank you.
I want to do it again, but I'm waiting for my tools to come. So I have ordered some pencils, some markers,
Yes.
because yeah, I think it will be much better, you know, to do as it's shown in the video. And
Mm.
yeah, I'll try it again, definitely.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm very happy that I'm very looking forward to joining your courses as well. And
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
it,
So, Stephanie, next question.
yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
it is the last question. Mm, can you give some tips of how to recognize a worthy opportunity?
Yes. Oh, a worthy opportunity. I think that every worthy opportunity is sort of the most uncomfortable one, the one that scares you the most, as we already sort of spoke about this. For instance, getting out there, speaking to someone live, and facing rejection is something that a lot of people, feel very uncomfortable doing. So every opportunity that you think is uncomfortable, you have to do it. Trust me, you have to do it. And I'm not talking about, people who are afraid of heights to jump from a parachute. It's a bit of a different sort of story, I
Yeah,
think, here. It's a
yeah,
bit not that extreme. I'm talking about personal, what will make you stronger, not just as a business sort of woman or a businessman or whatever, if you have a business, just as a person. In general, you'll feel much more sort of secure within yourself and more stronger if you do things that are, uncomfortable for you. So I think that's a worthy opportunity to me. So I do things that are uncomfortable, as I already explained. There are plenty of these that I do. And yeah, as I was saying, like face-to-face meetings, writing to your potential employer on LinkedIn rather than waiting for your CV to get checked and you get a rejection from it or something like that. So just yeah, finding sort of innovative ways of how to approach people and yeah, get out there basically. So I think everything that scares you, you should do. So it's often what we fear the most is what we actually need to do.
yeah. I
So
would say that great things happen when you leave your comfort zone, you know, because
oh yes, yes, no comfort zone in business, absolutely no.
if you're
Yeah,
looking for a comfort zone, so business is not for you.
yeah, I know, no, business is not comfortable at all. It's not comfortable. So I think I'm just
It's
trying
challenging,
to.
actually.
Yes, yes, it's very challenging. It demands a lot of attention, a lot of passion. But again, passion, as I said, for instance, my passion is freedom. For instance, Marina, for you, maybe your passion is different. What keeps you sort of going.
Yeah,
Um,
my passion is freedom as well.
freedom. Yeah. Well, you see, I actually
I
think that
enjoy
people.
working on myself. I enjoy it
Yes,
every
you
day.
enjoy it. Exactly. Yeah, because you don't have to put up with some miserable bosses or something like that. Obviously, there are companies that are, really good and you work and you feel happy and it's fine. I'm not saying that being an employee is bad. It's not. It's just obviously everyone has a choice,
It's
right? Who they want
it's
to
how
be.
you're feeling, yeah? If you feel
Yes.
happy at your job, it's already great. If you feel
Yes.
happy, if you feel inspired, if you like it, don't doesn't matter you are employer or a self-employer or a business owner. If you feel happy
Absolutely.
in that state, it's already a great achievement.
Yes, no, absolutely. And I think here comes my question to you, Marina, the last one. And I think perhaps maybe if some of our viewers have some questions, we can perhaps answer them after this one. So a lot of people struggle in finding their passion, yeah, and following it. It's not something that comes maybe naturally to people, yeah. And how did you sort of come across the conclusion that nails, being a nail designer, nail artist, is your passion?
This is a very difficult question for me
I
because
know.
I started from the end. It wasn't my passion at all. When I first did my courses in my country, I was thinking all the time, oh my gosh, what I'm doing, oh my gosh, it's definitely not my thing, what I'm doing. And time passed, and the more I work, the better I get, the more in love I get with my job, and now I'm absolutely passionate about it. I'm absolutely happy about it, and if I had one more chance, like yeah, to choose what will be my job, yeah, I will choose it again.
Choose
I
again.
have another passions, but since
Mm, mm.
I have more responsibility, so I can achieve both, doing nails and something else. Yeah.
Something else. Oh, I mean, I think a
Something
lot
else,
of
not just doing nails, like promoting myself, making a
yes,
nice, good pictures, so creating content,
yes, creating content.
interacting with a lot of interesting people. So last year I had a really nice collaboration with L'Atelier Green Paris. I'm gonna
Mm,
mention them because it was really interesting for me. And I was afraid actually to accept this collaboration, but I did it. Yeah, I
yes,
lived my comfort zone, and it was nice. It was really amazing.
yes,
And yeah, how can you find your passion? Just keep trying, keep trying. I
yeah,
don't know, if you don't know what you
action.
like, what your job can be, just keep trying, because
Mm,
yeah, this is the only way you can find out what you really like.
mm. No,
Yeah,
absolutely, and that's what I've been saying as well. You can have multiple interests, but if you don't obviously pursue them, how do you know what you like, right? If you're just
yeah.
suppressing sort of your own ideas and trying to find excuses for not doing specific things, it's just never going to flourish into something, right? It's like a plant. You have to water it every time. So yeah, I completely agree with you here. It's all about trying, and we're not magicians, here. Two of us, we're obviously young, and we're businesswomen, and we're trying to get out there, and we're building a
We
brand for
have a
ourselves.
lot of things to learn. Yeah, yet.
Yes, exactly. So it's there's no excuse. Age, gender, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, your circumstances, of course, there are certain circumstances that might influence perhaps your sort of opportunities, but still you sort of have to, if it's something that you want to do, you have to keep finding these opportunities again and again, or at least go at very slow pace. We're not saying running here into the wall. Yeah, we were saying small steps at a time. I have this tendency to think that it has to be quick, it has to be, a lot quick now. Obviously, for instance, with you, Marina, you're slower, but you are more thoughtful. You're putting thought into every single process you're doing. I am just like practical person, no thoughts behind, nothing. Let's just go, 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 go. And
We should
it's not
connect.
good, right? Because yes, well, that's why we are. That's why we're here. That's why we are friends. I think because you help me, I help you. You motivate me. You gave me lots of tips already. That I feel like using, and
I can say the same about you, really.
yes, so I think it's great when people are different, everyone has different approaches, but the most important is taking action. Yeah, even if it's just small things, I think
Yeah,
you really
opportunity
have to.
doesn't come by themselves. You need to do something. Yeah, to show to people your skill, like what you can do. or stuff like that.
Yes, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just wondering if anyone maybe has any questions just before we end. I think we have an hour of live stream. We've done 40 minutes. I'm not sure if I'm able to save it if it's below an hour. That's my thought here. Because I know when it sort of automatically ends the recording, then it sort of gives me an option to save it so we
Okay.
can both have it. But I'm not sure
Actually,
if
we can talk about everything. I know
yeah, well, we can carry on.
we
Yeah,
can
we
have
can.
a lot of interesting topics, and why not?
Yes, yes, no, absolutely. I think we can definitely carry on. This maybe anyone has any questions perhaps that they want to throw in. We will be happy to respond. I saw a message from Sophia. Thank you so much, Sophia. I'm very happy that you loved my Zoom workshops. It's incredible to get messages like this. It keeps me going for
Yeah,
sure.
feedback
For
are the
sure, I
most
think.
precious thing, to be honest.
Yes. Well, we have Yolanta saying girl power. Yes, girl power. Go, go, go.
We have a
Um,
question.
we have a question. How do you divide the time between developing your business and actually teaching your courses? Do you mean as in how do I sort of manage to film it at the same time as developing sort of and getting customers? Is this what you're referring to? I'm just trying to understand exactly what you mean so I can answer exactly to that
So,
question.
divide the time between developing your business and actually teaching your courses. So the courses are online, and I think
Mm,
if this was the meaning, courses
social
are
media.
online,
Mm,
and your
mm,
students are capable to achieve these courses by themselves. So yeah, you
yes.
have like the rest of the time for your business, for filming, for
Mm, I
other
think yeah, no, yeah,
social
I guess
media,
social media
marketing.
marketing. I must say that marketing takes a lot of hours out of my day. It's getting customers is the hardest thing. Not filming courses, not creating content. I can create new courses every day. You know, I love creating. I've got plenty of ideas, but marketing is, I must say, it's a huge challenge. It's a huge challenge.
Very
And
difficult.
yeah, and I come from a sales background and I still struggle. I have to learn a lot, and I'm going to use this marketing lady, Marina, that you recommended me as well to sort of
Yeah,
learn
we
from
are
her
going
because
further. Actually, the marketing is the best thing, and I think everybody, yeah, having a business should achieve it. Just at least something, at least basis, so you know what is this
yeah, it's a
actually.
hard hard sector, I must say. But Sophie, if I answer to your question, I don't have a structured, well, I try to have a structured day in a sense that obviously I try to go to bed early and get my 8 hours of sleep. As I said, otherwise I'll go crazy. And I try to limit sort of my Instagram a little bit as well. So I try not to go on it after a specific amount of perhaps it's 8 p.m. or something, and I stop going on it just to sort of have a break and think about my strategy. But yeah, I nowadays I'm using Instagram a lot, sort of to get customers, to get clients, to get out there. I'm messaging currently a lot of bloggers as well to sort of collaborate, and I really hope that I will have some collaborations in near future because I need to get out there more. Because if people don't know about me, then obviously my business will not flourish. So I need to get out there more. But I don't have days off, if that answers the question. No weekends, no, I'm pretty much, my life is just behind canvas and that's it. So I'm sure Marina knows because every time we met when I was back in London, all we spoke about is business, business, and
Our
business. The
our
challenge,
favorite
yeah,
topic.
our favorite topic is everything about business, nothing else, not our husbands, nothing, family, whatever. We don't care about that. You know, it's all about business for us when we meet. Obviously, all of these things are important. I'm not saying that
Yeah,
family is not important. Of course, it's important. It's extremely important. But it's just something that drives us is obviously our businesses and what we're doing. So yeah, I think I personally need to get more structured and I need to think more rather than do more because at the moment I'm doing too much and I'm not thinking at all. So I need to
I am
think.
absolutely opposite. I am thinking like too much sometimes, and I'm like stuck at that level of thinking.
Think.
I need
Mm.
definitely to do more, like to push myself.
Yes, I think you can do all the thinking for me, and I'll just do all the doing. I think if we just come together, we should open a business together. And actually, that's another thing. For instance, with me and Marina could be my potential future partner. I think because
Why not?
yes, I really think so because you have the skills that I don't have. Yeah. So for instance, thinking things through, having a strategy, it's something that I'm lacking. I'm a doer rather than a thinker. And you are sort of the opposite. You have so much material, you know how to develop specific things, you know how to do it, but perhaps doing is not something that is, your strongest part. So I think we should come together in the very near
Yeah,
future and open up
definitely,
something.
definitely.
Yes.
We need to, yeah.
Yes.
I need to, achieve the middle of it, of thinking and doing, and it will be perfect then.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm sure we will. Oh, there was a message from Sophia. Thanks. That's really helpful being an interior design. It's the yeah. When I started behind Canvas as well, I thought, oh, I'm doing something that I love. It's great. I'm gonna get money for it. And then I realized, oh, actually, it's not that easy to earn money. That you love. So then it does turn into business. It's business first, and everything comes sort of into the background. So I agree with you, Sophia, here that it's really it's business. At the end of the day, it's business, right? We're here to earn money. We're here to monetize our interests, our passions, to deliver value to other people, and hopefully live our dream life. A life that we want to live. So I think, yeah, for
Stephanie,
sure.
just allow me one more question, yeah?
Yes,
If you didn't
of
mind.
course. Of
So
course I don't. As many as you want.
how did you start? Because a lot of people struggle with the start. They do not know how to start, what start with, when, how, and so on. So how
Mm,
did you start? What was your first step?
yeah. I remember my first workshop in 2019 in February, and I think it was maybe March. And I had my first student, my first art student. It was an 11-year-old girl who I was teaching how to draw. And I thought, well, I want to, be able to do live workshops and get more people, more, arrange groups and teach groups of people how to do it. And I booked like a cafe space, and I thought, I'll just post an event on Facebook. I'm sure I'll get a few people. They'll come. It'll be fine. I'll be okay. So the rent was about £50 or something, like £25 for an hour or something. So I posted on Facebook, on an Instagram. No one liked, no one commented, nothing. I think only two of my friends or three of my friends maybe liked it. And I thought, oh, that's actually much harder than I thought. It's not just about posting an event on
Yeah.
Facebook. And okay, so then the event date came, and my art student came to this workshop as well as her mother. So both of them were the only customers that I had back in, yeah, I think it was February 2019. So, and that could have been, perhaps a complete failure, right? It could be, oh, I'm not going to do this. This is a complete disaster. I just overpaid for space. I didn't, earn any profit, nothing. But both of them enjoyed the workshop, And I thought, well, I need to carry on. I need to find another way of how to actually attract people. So that's how I decided to approach cast art, because they obviously have a lot of followers on Instagram and they have a good reputation and everything. So they are, you know, sort of leading UK, so British art supply store. So I thought I need to have a collaboration with them, because otherwise I'm not going to get any customers. So I think you start thinking, right, how you can
I
sort
think
of
found
how you,
the
yeah.
perfect place for this. Yeah.
Yes, so I think that's how it started. So I went there, and as I was already saying, and I spoke with the manager. I thought she would say no, but she said yes. And I started teaching once a month, then twice a month, then 3 times, and so on and so on. Just to, I think, also tell everyone, and I think Marina, I'm sure you will agree with this as well. Uh, you have to be very patient when it comes to
Yeah.
your
It,
business.
it,
I think you can relate to that as well. And I'm sure when you
yes, I can.
started, yeah.
Yes, I can, because yeah, when I moved to the London, yeah, obviously I hadn't any customers of stuff or stuff like that. I didn't know how to promote myself, how to even start. So I have
Mm,
about one customer per week. Yeah, it was one customer per week. I was working at
mm,
home, and I started doing nice pictures. So I was looking all the time on internet, how can I do this, some tips or stuff like that. And the thing is that one day, um, um, so the one salon in central London, they contacted me, and they proposed me to come to like to the how to call this word, um
uh,
to,
interview, you mean, or
oh my goodness, interview, yeah.
ah,
And I went, and yeah, it was all great. And this is how I started working in the salon in the center of London. And then I was working in a salon and at home as well. And this is how, like,
yeah,
I gain my popularity. This is how I gained my customer base. Yeah, I was working like basically in the salon, at home as well. And then I quit the salon because I couldn't do anymore. I got my more customers at home.
mm,
Since then I've started to work on my Instagram, like posting and stuff like that. And this brings me a lot of customers. Actually, Instagram are very good tool for business.
mm,
And maybe I think everybody knows about it, but I should
yes,
again, that
yeah.
this is the greatest tool, and we should every business owner should know how to use it properly, you know.
Mm.
And yeah,
I agree. And
yeah,
I remember, I think something that you probably haven't mentioned, and you know, Marina is working from her home. And yeah, and when I initially met Marina, so how I met her as well is one of my friends recommended her as a nail technician. So and I thought, okay, I should come, I should see, because I was looking for a nail technician in London. And so I booked an appointment on my birthday, and that was 2 years ago, exactly. I think yeah, just about 2 years.
yeah.
Yeah, ago. Yeah, and I remember, and I came to your house, and obviously we spoke, and obviously we met, and then obviously after that, I came every single 3 weeks, and going to see Marina and to get my nails done was something that I was looking forward to every single day. And I'm not joking. And this is what I call like you know, a professional skill, you know, that is just like, first of all, it's emotions, right? Like if you feel happy by seeing someone going to, you know, to your work or whatever, it means that, you know, you're doing a fantastic job, right? So and it's just incredible, because it was, I'm telling honest truth here, like every day I was looking forward to seeing her, was waiting for this
I
3 weeks to
remember how
pass.
excited you were.
I always was very excited. I think Marina was even shocked sometimes when, when I came over and she was like, "Oh, you're always so happy to see me." And I'm like, "Of course, because it's, it's something that I love." And I would pay any money to come and see her, and to, to get my nails done. So I think this is what I'm striving for as well, to be that kind of a professional that people want to see, to meet, to do, to take, one of my courses because they're looking forward to it. And this is something that I am really looking forward to, as well. So, and I think, Marina, you're doing a fantastic job, working from home. You have your own studio space, where you work, your own desk, and I think it's great. You're starting from as well, like you started from the zero, like I have, and I think it's amazing. So I'm sure you will flourish, you will succeed. It will just be amazing, and I'm sure you'll have lots of
I do
clients.
my best.
And yeah, so when are you looking forward to hosting your first course? Did you say at the end of February
By
approximately, or you're still?
the end of the February, hopefully everything gonna be okay, and there wouldn't be any issues, but sometimes that they happen, and yeah, hopefully by the end of the February.
Perfect. Really looking
Yes,
forward to
I'm
that.
excited about that because I don't know, I put all my knowledge, all my skill in that course, and I think it's gonna be great. If I were a student, I wish I could get this course for myself,
I mean that's how it's supposed to be, right? Creating a product that you would want to do, you would want to
Yeah,
complete, you would want to master. And I think definitely everyone should come to your courses. Those who are interested in sort of mastering nail design. Marina is amazing at nail design. All of my crazy ideas that I had, she managed to visualize, and she was the only nail technician that agreed, and she took action as well. Every time I came here, she would be like, "Oh, maybe I haven't done this before, but I'll try. I'll try. We'll see how it turns out. I'll try." And she tried, and it turned out impeccable every single time she tried. This is the person that is not afraid of trying. So I think we have 3 minutes left. Maybe there's any questions perhaps to both of us, or Marina, or myself. Maybe anyone wants to add something or ask a question. There's quite a
yeah,
few.
that will be nice, really, if you have
Yes.
some question. But if not, if you feel shy, that's okay.
Yeah. Don't feel shy, everyone. Please ask if there's any questions that are burning questions. We hope to do more live streams. I'm sure we'll do another one with Marina. We have
Yeah, we
plenty to talk about.
will. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
Next
Right.
time, I
So
will feel much more confident. So
I
yeah,
I think you look pretty confident. So that's
yeah. So
fine.
today I basically say no to my excuses, yeah, and I take
Right.
this opportunity, yeah, to
Yes.
go
Exactly.
live for the first time,
Yes.
and I want
Exactly.
to say I really enjoyed it, really.
I think it was actually quite motivational for both of us as well.
Yeah, yes,
I
I
think we
think.
need that, and I think as business owners as well as entrepreneurs, people like us, we constantly need some enthusiasm, because we just get so much challenges going our way, and so much things that we have to deal with every day. Starting from creating content, finishing with marketing and getting people to attend.
That's true. I think, yeah,
Yeah.
there is a lot of people who maybe have their dream, who wants, to do something and they are afraid to make first steps, And sometimes we just need a little bit of motivation, a little bit, or, we need somebody to push us sometimes. Yeah, that's true. You can't just
Mm.
motivate only yourself. Like, you need somebody to trust you. You need somebody to say that you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be good, everything gonna be fine, you're gonna do this. We definitely need that, people around us. And yeah, sometimes it can be us as well, to push someone, do something, start something today or tomorrow, but not after tomorrow. No.
No, there is
Day
no
after tomorrow.
tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There's only today. Yeah, I agree. Sophia just said we're both very inspiring. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have made our day as well. So we'll be going to
Oh,
bed today feeling grateful. Yeah, I think we'll probably have a few seconds left. We'll probably keep going till the end, just because I want to save this
okay.
live stream so both of us can post
Can
it.
stay.
And
Yeah,
yes,
because this is his historical, you know. We need to say it.
historical moment. Yes, 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 for sure. Yes, I think if there is no other questions, perhaps, then we're just going to wait a few seconds. I'm not sure when Instagram decides to turn this off. I actually don't see any off buttons here whatsoever. So I think we just will
Yeah,
have to wait.
I don't see it
Uh,
as well, but I
no,
think there should be, but I don't know.
no. It's first time for us as well, you know. So learning, learning from that. I think perhaps if there is a cross that I can exit.
Thank you everybody for
Yes,
joining.
thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
A lot of hearts. I can see them.
A lot of, yes,
Much appreciated, really.
perfect. All right. I hope we'll see everyone again very, very soon.
Yeah, with
Thank you,
really
everyone.
nice topics.
Yes. See you soon, everyone. Thank you.
See you.